Now you want credit for beating them? Can't have it both ways, Coach. Let's be honest. And for the Jet fans, calm down. I hear Jet fans talking about going to the Super Bowl. You couldn't beat the Falcons with the season on the line. You're only alive because everybody else disintegrated and the Colts decided to give you a Christmas present. Let's calm down here. Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, beat a decent team. All right, you beat the Pats in week 2. Let's hang our hat on that. Since then, what have you done? And the fact that the Colts were benevolent, and now we're going to walk out of, if I'm the Colts, I'd be angry at the Jets now. You want to now walk out of Indianapolis pounding your chest when the Colts basically were in a very giving mood and wanted to protect their players? And remember, the Jets did nothing offensively against the Colts' first-team defense in the first half. Nothing. Zero. Then they open the second half and get a kick return. So Manning says, okay, you now lead 10-9. I'll show you how this second half could go. Boom, 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 touchdown. If he had stayed in the game, the offense for the Jets and the defense, if he hadn't taken all his key guys out on both sides of the ball, Jets never score with the offense, which they hadn't done all day. And Peyton Manning gets hot in the second half, which he wasn't because he missed wide open guys, and Clark dropped the touchdown in the first half. And that game isn't 14 points close. Forget it's going to be close, it's going to go to wide. That game isn't 14 points close, the way that game is headed. Let's be honest. So just take your win and be quiet. This idea now, you begged last week for them to sit their players. They sat their players, and now you want credit for the win? Can't have it both ways. Can't go in begging and come out pounding your chest. That doesn't work. Just clam up, beg again for the Bengals to sit their players, and then you can go to playoffs. Then you can find out if you can beat them the week after. I mean, this idea that the Jets accomplished something, calm down here. Keep it in perspective. You got a gift. You got a gift. If you had played the Colts in the middle of the season, it would have been an L. Just like it was when you couldn't stop the Falcons, and you scored all 7 points against them. And you did not score against the Colts when they were playing. You got a special teams touchdown. You scored 0 points. Or the Jet running game. The running game didn't happen until the Colts took the people out. Until Manning left the game and everybody decided not to play anymore. That's when the running game kicked in. Scored 0 points against. We got a field goal in the first half. That was it. Yeah, the Colts didn't click in the first half offensively. They came out in the second half and showed you how easy it can be. Boom, 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 down the field, touchdown. And then they took the rest of the day off. You could have had 3 or 4 of those drives in the second half of that game. They could have put up 21, 24 points in the second half without working up a sweat. So calm down a little bit. Just calm down. I got to hear calls. I'm driving in here and guys talking about how the Jets are going to get on a run like the Steelers didn't go to the Super Bowl. I mean, could you calm down, please? You're 8-7 by the gift of God. You're 8-7, and the coach cannot have it both ways. You cannot ask them to bench the players as your Christmas wish midweek, and then say, "I cannot believe we're not getting any credit for the win." Here's Rex Ryan on that.
It's funny. I think it's unfortunate that, this is, my statement yesterday about Indianapolis earning the right to make the best decision, for their football team and for their organization, I think is lost. That's a heck of a football team. They don't have to apologize to anybody about anything, and neither do we. We won the game. We ended up doing what we had to do, whoever was in the Colt jerseys. I think that, there's very little credit that our football team's given, and that's unfortunate.
How is it unfortunate? If they don't put Paintner in the game and he hands you the touchdown, you're not winning that game. How is it unfortunate? Let me hear more.
Do you think just getting back to something you said earlier, do you think kind of the perception is that the Colts gifted you that game? Does that bother you at all?
It bothers me a little bit because, you have to earn everything you get in this league. And whether you're playing against a starter or a backup or whatever, for half the year, people have played against our backup nose tackle. I don't think anybody's made note of that. I know this is Peyton Manning or whatever, but he did play 3.5 quarters anyway.
Oh, stop now. You know what? That's outrageous. You know, that is outrageous. You begged them to take their players out last week. You said you wanted it for Christmas. You begged them to take their players out. And now you're going to tell me, well, Peyton Manning played for 3.5 quarters. We would have. What? Now to say you would have beat him. Boy, that is the essence of ingratitude right there. That is just a joke. Let me say this. For the Jets, for Florham Park, for anyone who wants to hear it, there is not a chance in the world the Jets would have beat the Colts if they had played. They were 14-0. They're on the moon compared to where you are in the NFL. They're 14-0. And they would have been 15-0 going away. And to think anything else, you begged them to take your players out. Hey, all I want for Christmas is no Manning, no Wayne, no Freeney, no Clark. Well, you got it. And then you say, why don't we get any credit for the victory? They put in a kid who never played before. You got to be kidding me. Listen, you got the W. Earn it. Good. Go to the playoffs. Make something of it. But let's not make the game something it wasn't. It was a gift. Or as they call it in Indianapolis, a forfeit. Back after this.
The Fan, WFAN New York.